Hey foodies, let's get into this light and lovely dish. So I have the mahi fillets and I'm going to be seasoning it really simply. Salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Okay? Before I do add the seasoning, I am going to be just drizzling on some olive oil and then I'll just massage it all over the mahi fillets. The first time I had branzino, it was at a seafood restaurant, and traditionally they use sea bass, and it's the whole fish and you get those nice Mediterranean flavors. It is so delicious. I didn't have any sea bass yet, so I'm using mahi today. Once I get some sea bass, I am gonna try it out. So just sprinkle on the seasoning and pat it in, rub it in all over. This dish is about enjoying the fresh, unique flavors of the fish. So you don't want to do anything excessive. You don't want to go in with Old Bay and all-purpose seasoning and fish seasoning. You're keeping it very light so you can enjoy the fresh taste of that fish, the natural flavor of the fish itself. Okay? Now I'm going to be making a bit of a dressing here. So I have salt and pepper in the bowl and I'm adding minced garlic. I'm using a 1/4 cup of olive oil, but I'm adding just a little bit right now. And then I'll go in with oregano and basil. Then freshly squeezed lemon juice. Do not buy the one in the bottle. Squeeze your own fresh lemon, okay? Now I'm going to combine this and then drizzle in the rest of the olive oil at the same time. So you're kind of making like a little Greek dressing, because when I had it at the restaurant, they had this drizzled over the fish once they serve you the fish. Okay, so what we'll do is whisk all of that, then we add a little parsley. I just added last minute, you don't have to. Just added that parsley there. And we're going to be using some of this to put on the fish itself, but some of it will be saved to drizzle on once you're eating the fish. I love a lot of garlic, so there's a lot of garlic in this. You can use less if you want, okay? So I just put some in that small bowl. I'm going to leave that for drizzling onto the fish once it's done cooking. And then in the clear bowl, that one I'm going to put on the fish before it goes into the oven. Okay? So just put a little bit in a small bowl. You can take out some of the garlic because this is going to be drizzled on the fish after it is cooked. So if it's too much raw garlic for you, take out most of that. And then this one now, I'm adding some fresh minced thyme. So this is the same dressing, but the amount that I have in this bowl that's going to be going on the raw fish, I'm adding minced fresh thyme. I am having this with some onion and tomatoes as well. So get some really ripe sweet tomatoes, cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. Cut them in half if you want to, and then get some red onion strips or slices, and you're gonna just massage some of that dressing all over. I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I have parchment paper right here on top of the baking sheet. Just lay the fillets right on there. And then we'll add the tomato and the onion and then, put that dressing all over. So of course, if you're using a whole fish, then you would stuff the onions inside. You could put a tomato inside if you want to. But because we're doing fillets, I'm just going to put it on top and beside it. And then that dressing that I had with the thyme added, I'm going to drizzle it all over the fish. You can add some lemon slices or slices that are halved, and then get that delicious dressing and sprinkle it all over. I want you to remember that this dish is about appreciating fresh flavors, okay? That's what you're going to be getting from this dish. You're not going to be getting a lot of flavor from powdered seasonings, all right? The oven's already preheated to 400. So what you need to do now is put this in the oven for about 15 minutes or less. These are small fillets. If you're doing big fillets or the whole fish, you'd cook it for longer. And here we are, it is done. The tomatoes are gonna be so delicious, let me tell you. Very sweet and tart, and then the fish is fresh and tender. So you wanna get that little bit of dressing that you had on the side and just drizzle it all over the cooked fish. If you don't wanna have that raw garlic, then just, avoid the garlic and just sprinkle on the olive oil with the lemon juice and the herbs. I add some fresh parsley, and that is it. This is good to go. It is so good. I really did enjoy this with the mahi mahi, and I'm sure once I get that sea bass and I make this, it's going to be even nicer. So look out for that video. I will be posting it. Give this a try. It's nice and light and delicious. See you next time, foodies.